Hi, I'm Marita Crandall, and this is Xviii. And tonight I wanted to talk about voodoo. About 14 years ago, I took a trip to San Antonio, and when I was there, I met a man named Bayou, and he was from Africa. And Bayou was a doctor, and we just really hit it off and started talking, and somehow the conversation turned to voodoo. And even though Bayou was never interested in it, he had a friend in high school growing up that was very much practiced voodoo. His name was Amos. And one day, after school, they had a job. They picked oranges. They were walking to their job, and there was a beautiful tree. And Amos said to Bayou, "You see that tree? I can make that spirit leave that tree and go into that little tree over there that looks like it's dying." And Bayou thought, whatever. So Amos sat down in front of the tree and started, I guess, conversing with it. And then they went to their job. Well, after they were done, they were walking back, and Bayou had forgotten about the whole thing. And Amos brought his attention to the trees. And Bayou said he couldn't believe it. But that beautiful tree really looked like it was sagging. And the one that looked like it was dying before looked like it had a rejuvenation to it. He said he'd never seen anything like it. And I think that's what real voodoo is. There's a lot of people that make potions, and you put something in your hand and you blow it in someone's face and then they faint or they become ill. Well, that's a potion. I'm talking about this real voodoo. And so I've been researching, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. Some of the stories he told me were really fantastical. And I'm just so interested in that. I think we use a little part of we know we use a little part of our minds. And I think maybe it's opening up these other parts is how this all is done. So I've been reading a lot, and I haven't found anything until recently. I found this book, The New Orleans Voodoo Handbook. And it's by Knas Falan. Unbelievable, really well written, but it's very much about the culture of New Orleans. And we had a lot of Haitian influence here, and that's how voodoo came to New Orleans. But this goes into the culture, and really great historical book. If you like the city at all, this is a really touches on all the different things that go into our culture, and that's the part I'm at right now. I haven't finished it yet, but I got to the part that talks about voodoo temples and curio shops, and I just was amazed because I am the only shop, Boutique de Vampire is the only shop that this gentleman mentions. Not throughout the book. He does touch on some voodoo practitioners here, and all kinds of things, but as far as the shops in general. And I thought, well, that's interesting because I'm not really a voodoo shop, but it made sense to me after I read it. It's because we carry things that are made by local artists, and that's a part of the city. People creating things, and then other people buying that, and that's made here and local, and the talented artists that put a part of themselves into the city. So it was really interesting, and also that people can come here and be whoever they really want to be, and so embrace whatever culture that you like. Really a great book, and we do sell it at the shop now because I'm very flattered that we're in it. But I've been reading it very slowly because there's so much information in this book that I want to be able to retain it all and understand it all. So I'm just about to get to the part that's really about voodoo, and I just think he did an amazing job of really capturing what I think I'm looking for. But if anybody out there knows the kind of voodoo I'm talking about, it's very difficult to find. So if you can share another book with me or a practitioner who knows what I'm talking about, I'd be very interested. And I am Marita Crandall for Xviii, and I'll see you tomorrow night.